Must be ecstatic getting a win against arguably the best team in the comp on their home court. How do you feel about that win?
The message, and this is not trying to be cliche or anything along these lines, but the message rolling in was right now we're at a level where it's not about the wins or losses. Like we're trying to establish some real, team collaborative issues that we need to correct and fix. And one of it is, we broke it down to multiple different categories, but consistency, right? We'd done this a couple of weeks ago. We lose to Illawarra and we come back and we beat Sydney, right? Don't get me wrong. Great to get a road win. Great to get back in the winner's circle and all that. But if we put our feet up and decide that, all those issues are fixed, we're kidding ourselves. So, this probably just ticks a box in a sense of the progression we want to go in. We've identified some things, but to act like we made some massive strides in 36 hours, no. So stick to the process. No one cares what you did yesterday. And that's the message moving forward.
You made a lot of changes to your rotation in response to that loss against Brisbane a couple of days ago. What was the decision-making behind that one?
Again, sort of, I have a tight rotation. I've always had it. And, that was when we talked about the coaches, but even the playing group, I don't know who my main eight are. So we're just going to keep exploring it until we find it. I thought Josh and Jonah were great in the fourth quarter against Brisbane. So that was the momentum we want to roll through. I don't care what your expectations are. And again, the reality is when we roll in and we play, I think, Sydney on the Thursday, Josh better bring it. If Josh doesn't bring it in the first 5 minutes, he's going to find himself on the end of the bench again. And this is what's important for the whole team. And the message moving forward is you got to be consistent.
Yeah, just 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Don't have to start again, do we? My answer's going to be shorter.
One word.
Yep, that's it.
Sorry, guys, 1 second.
You're allowed to drink those if you want.
Oh, yeah.
One player that was great for you is the guy sitting next to you, Josh Roberts. How do you see his impact? Probably his best game for the season so far. How do you see his impact tonight?
Yeah, huge, right? The stat sheet showed it, the energy on the court showed it, and that's what we're really looking for was the energy. And if Josh didn't have 22 points, and let's say he halved that, the impact he made just by his energy and effort out there was, really important. And so, credit to him.
And Josh, 22 points for you tonight. How do you feel? Probably your best game this season. How do you feel out there tonight for you?
I felt good and confident.
And then from the players' perspective, what's the playing group like after such a big win? What's the playing group like? What's their emotion after such a big win?
I mean, it's good energy in the locker room right now. Guys just hoping to feed off into it for the next game and just going into next week's practice and just keeping that same mentality.
Is it fun playing with a backcourt like Patrick Miller and Tahir McCall? Is it fun playing with those two guys?
For sure it is. It is. It's exciting, and they both helped me out a lot.
Yeah. Forde, what have you with Miller today? 30 points, 10 assists. I mean, his impact was huge, not only this game but throughout the season. He's been a real focal point for you guys. What have you liked about him?
This is what's great about Pat, right? There's probably more shots I wanted him to take, and at half time he's got 21 and he's telling me to run a particular play for a teammate, and then we come out of a timeout and he wants to run something. And even there was a stretch in the fourth where he tried to make the pass to Josh on the roll and he was there at the rim. He's so unselfish. He's such a great, to have an import of his caliber that can do what he does and engage his teammates is pretty special and important to have. So, he was fantastic on multiple levels.
31 team fouls in the game for you guys. Is that something you look at that you need to work on for next week at all?
The narrative for Bull's been unfair, and this is something I need to address, right? And people will say I'm complaining or whatever it is, but we go through and review the Tasmania game, and it's all the commentary. And so you can't tell me that's not going to influence people in general. So, no, we won't change. We'll stay with what we're doing because it has been working, and I think everybody needs to, stop listening to people who feel like their opinions are important.
You had that short turnaround on Thursday against Sydney. What do you need to take from this game today to take against Sydney on Thursday?
That, again, what we've done tonight doesn't matter, right? Good job. We tick the box. This is a whole different beast. And, we need to be switched on to the task at hand. You know, we can't have the robust video sessions where we got guys holding each other accountable, and then roll into this next one and like it's all kumbaya, singing around a campfire. This is what consistency is, and right now we're still in the process of trying to figure that out. And me too. Like, I'm not sitting here acting like I got all the answers. That was the first thing I said. I don't know. Like, I had 48 hours ago, I had Josh and Jonah outside of my 8, and now they start. And cool. It's almost comparative to the next man up, but everybody's fit. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what rolls out.
John, go ahead.
Josh, since you came to Cairns, the most I've seen you smile this weekend since you started playing with the Taipans. How fun is it out there playing with the guys and for yourself?
It's fun. I just like playing my part, bringing the energy, and just enjoying it, man. It's been a great process.
To piggyback on the back of that too, his attitude's been fantastic, you know, and this is the thing, I know you referenced like this first time I've seen him smile. He's always smiling, he's always upbeat, he's always celebrated his teammates. When he registered a DMP in Perth, he was still first up off the bench, acknowledging his teammates for their effort and hustle, and this is also why I like giving these type of opportunities, knowing that the personality of Josh and what he's capable of doing, he capitalised on it, and we're just going to keep going with that. We can't. The worst thing that Josh can do, and this is for you now, is start reading your own hype. And it's a good thing about the NBL because everyone's got a podcast and there's articles, and then suddenly people start sniffing their own farts and deciding that they're that dude, right? So you got to stay humble. You got to keep that balance. Stop reading these goddamn award watchers this early in the season. No one cares. The reality too is, someone has a good weekend, like Perth, for example, they all wanted to sack John Rillie and Cotton was a wash, and now it's like they're all back on the hype train. Just relax, let the season play out, stop with all the garbage and stay locked in the task at hand. There you go, little rant. Beautiful, is that it?
No,
Oh.
Chris, go ahead, mate.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. Your offense has been a bit of a struggle, but it wasn't tonight, and it's against, probably what's widely regarded as the best defensive team in the league. How were you able to get such an offensive flow tonight?
I don't know where this is going. There's Trev Gleeson right now sitting in his living room smiling. I had a 6-year master's degree in flex, and I've been not wanting to, trying to build my own identity as a coach. I got a different identity defensively with what we do, but I wanted to try and build my own identity on the offensive end. It's been trash for years. I've never had a good offensive rating, so that was a bit of self-reflection for myself too, to go, all right, well, we sit here and talk about our struggles putting the hole in the basket. A lot of that falls on things I'm trying to create that doesn't work. And you look at the lineup we have, with Josh, Sam, AK, guys who have this incredible ability to set screens and put them in a position for offensive rebounding. We've got a pass-first point guard, like with Taron, similar to what they had in Perth all those years ago, and scoring on the perimeter, it was bound to happen. So thanks, Trev. Appreciate the playbook and the 6 years education on it, and I think we'll stick with it for a little bit longer.
That was going to be my follow-up.
I knew it.
Where did you decide to use the flex tonight, and how much have you worked with it? I mean, were the players ready to go for that? Because it certainly worked.
That's what the FIBA break was great. They had no choice for the playing group, and it was that. I mean, we couldn't even tick over 70 points for some games. So, I had to bring out the archives and all the hard drives and give myself a little refresher on it and throw it in there. And trust me, I'm sure Trev's sitting there picking it apart for all its flaws. Credit to the guys. It was, 3 practices, a little bit against Brisbane in the first half and now tonight, and we'll keep getting better for it. But, I can't expect the guys to be better if I can't be better myself. And, there's a moment where you sit here and go, I've coached a pretty good defence my entire head coaching career, but every year my offence has been fairly average, so that's more on me than anyone else.
The last one for me. Josh, have you experienced the flex offense much before, and would you like to stick with it as a team?
Yeah, I actually ran it in high school back in Alabama. My coach taught us that earlier, so it was just easier for me to pick up on because I never really forgot it because I ran it so much.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.